Can't go full throttle. I told him. Cannot go full throttle. Not yet. What are you doing? Get in the house. Get in the house. He in the wrong gear. And he ain't giving it the right amount of throttle. Yeah. He still don't get the concept. And they're all running. So you can hear it. Because this one is actually the quietest. Turn this idle down some. This one, right now at least, kickstart only. Kickstart only. 250 push ride. Man, listen, I like that one. Okay, this is the one right here. All right. This is the one right here. I can't tell, but I think the oil is actually starting to circulate through there. It looked like it is getting darker. Sound quiet. Well, not really, but yeah. It is leaking from up here because same issue I was having with the same exact exhaust on that engine. So yeah, gonna have to get an exhaust for this one, which I already knew. It's just a matter of which exhaust am I gonna run and how am I gonna run it. I was already looking into that. And then there's this one. Couple revs. That's full throttle because it's still not tuned. I still gotta work on that. Don't worry about that. This one, you're mainly gonna hear it coming from there, honestly. That's why I shoot flames. And then there's this one, which I can bang off the limiter. Oh shit, it's rich. Can't do it. It was a black cloud of smoke though. Yeah, I know my neighbors hate me. I'm trying to figure out which one I'm taking out today. I think I'm actually gonna take that one. Still waiting on the tool for that. Realistically, I shouldn't have it running, at least how I feel, but I ain't gonna work. Listen, as long as that spark plug's staying there, I'm cool. With that being said, I think I'm gonna ride that one today. This one, I think I'm about to actually start practicing stunting on. It's beat up enough to where, you know, if I drop it, it is what it is. Cool. That'll push me to repair it, but I'm not really forcing myself to repair this one yet. It needs some work. I have to actually go over and look at everything and just see what am I feeling in the rear, because it's a shimmy and a shake, and in the front it's the bearings. I'm pretty sure the stem bearings need to be replaced, but regardless, I think I'm gonna start practicing stunting on this one. Gotta break those two in. I gotta finish building the bay. And then I got another bike that I want to swap. And then I got the other two, which I might be able to do something with. Well, one's a frame, and then the other one is sitting on the ground without a shock. But yeah, I'm liking how my collection's coming together so far. I'm liking it. Ain't no complaints for me. Oh yeah, my license plate. My plate fell off. It don't even look right without a plate. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm about to take that damn bracket off. It almost fell off while I was riding. But by the time I'm like made it like up the street from my house, basically, yeah, it was dangling. The license plate wire ended up ripping. So, like I mentioned, it was bottoming out on my tire because of my shock. And yeah, that's the result. So I'm gonna probably cut this lower. I'm gonna probably cut that down here, if anything, and then yeah, just have the top line to mount the plate. I can still keep it bent. I just sent back my rear shock so I can get a replacement for it. I'm genuinely surprised this was still running. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, I think I am gonna ride this one today. I think I am. Oh yeah, this one just fires right back up. That one? Fuck no. I gotta kick that bitch on. This one? I don't know why. I was actually having a hard time starting it today. I typically don't. Typically I don't. And now it wants to misfire. Yeah, it does this sometimes. If you've never heard a single cylinder misfire, that's what it sounds like. I'm spitting flames too, randomly. But yeah. This is what that one only sounds like. I'll be honest, I don't feel like kicking this over again, but I will. Just for y'all. Just for y'all. Move this out my neighbor way. Just this one. Right. And then just this one. The life of owning multiple bikes. At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep trying to convince y'all to get y'all one of these frames, whether it's a Condor Vader 150, that's the same exact bike, or a KP Mini 150, and then do a 300 swap on it. And the only reason why I say either one of those is because realistically, I would actually suggest the fucking Condor, only because it's more moddable. In a sense where you can actually run a Grom rear setup. On this one, I'm still trying to figure out shit because I really don't like how skinny these wheels are. But unfortunately, I can't run matching wheels. I will be able to run a Grom front, but not a Grom rear. Because realistically, I was just going to take these wheels off of this bike, get a brand new set of tires, and put them on here. That's what I would have did for now, at least. Or actually no, because I still got my other set of 14s. I could have threw my other 14s on here if I could have got Grom wheels to work. But yeah, in order for me to get Grom wheels to work, I'm gonna have to widen the rear, and if I widen the rear, it's going to change the spacing of things. Like the sprocket and the rotor. Unless I were to, nah, actually the crazy part is with Grom wheel, the sprocket side is aligned up with the KP Mini. It's the brake side that's not. Now you see how right here you can actually see how much more rotor, well, how much more the rotor is sticking out, and I'm actually parallel with the bike right now. I'm centered. You see how much more that rotor is sticking out compared to the tire. Now, same thing. So it's the spacing of the rotor that's different on the wheels. So with that being said, I would have to figure out mainly this side. Maybe if I can get the wheel milled down. I don't know. See, look, that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't know. I'm trying to figure something out though. I did order brakes for this one though. Rotors, calipers, brackets. I gotta get master cylinders and lines. I gotta get some braided steel lines for this one. And I guess that'll work for now. And if anything, if I feel like it, I could swap those parts onto this bike once I figure something out. I don't know. I'll see. But yeah, just wanted to give y'all a little 3-bike running video. I showed y'all all 3. Yeah, I can turn that off. It's all on the hush hush. Yeah, I'm about to take this one out though. Just show y'all it ain't gonna start. Oh shit, it might. Nope. It might have started, but I ain't giving no gas. Alright, bitch. Kickstart only for now. Like I said, they all need work. Oh no. Almost. I'm trying to record and do this at the same time. Bear with me. All right. Yeah, that's the only thing about this one. Sometimes, well, at least when I first got the swap in, sometimes it was like a 1 kickstart. I don't know, because I haven't really rode it since, honestly. Did the swap. I got my goal done for the day. Rode it around for a little bit. And brought it back home. And it's been parked. It's been parked. Hell, I've been parked, but I ain't gonna talk about that. With that being said though, enjoy y'all clones. And do some spontaneous shit, man. I keep telling y'all that. So funny enough, after riding all 3 of them back to back, I'm going to start off with this one. This one immediately feels the worst out of all 3 of them, right? Now, when I say that, I mean like steering is like all over the place. It's notchy. The back end is wobbly. But I will say this has its pluses. The suspension on this, see, when it comes to like speed bumps, I like to speed up. I don't like to slow down, right? So I jump the speed bumps, right? This one does it perfectly fine. Like every time I see a speed bump, I gas it as soon as I'm about to hit the speed bump. So then that way I get that inertia. And then boom, I actually hit the jumps, right? Cool. This one bottoms out. That one bottoms out. I don't know what it is about the suspension on the KP Mini. Don't know what it is, but I'm gonna say this one is more meant for fun. Right, cool. 125, very sluggish. I mean, it has its torque down low. Now, admittedly, this is me riding these back to back, so I'm feeling the differences. This one has the torque down low. right? Cool. But like after that, yeah, she ain't really got nothing. Now on to this one. This one, I'm going to say it is more in the mid-range as far as the torque goes. I'm not sure what the RPM limit is on this one. Oh, another thing. I have this one set to 10,000. I can actually go higher than 10,000 with my CDI, but 10,000 is fine with me. So 10,000 for this bike. Cool. This one, I'm not sure what this CG actually revs out to, but I want to say I actually feel the torque start to kick in somewhere maybe between like 4,000 to 5,000 RPM. That's when it'll really just take off on you. So more the mid-range, right? Cool. This one, it has its quirks as well. I'm gonna say suspension because for some reason I do hear a knock, something in the back. I don't know if maybe it's the linkage or something. I'll take a look at it. What else is it? It feels less sturdy than this one, admittedly, right? Mind you, when I bought it, it only had 10 miles on it. It was used, but it was new, right? It only had 10 miles on it. This one thing I did notice while I was out is, let me actually take this key and show you better than I could tell you, because I didn't notice this until, I want to say I was on my way home after I did the swap. So you see how that says 450.9? I think I did 12 miles on this today. So realistically, that should say at least 460, right? Plus the miles that I put on it that day that I did the swap. So there's something going on with the speed sensor. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Yeah. I got this one up to, if I'm remembering correct, 56. Not even really trying to do a top speed run. I was just going. And you know. Oh, one thing I don't like about this. So, actually no, I'll say that once I come off of this one. So now we're gonna bounce to this one. Oh wait, one more thing. The exhaust is leaking on this because that's the 150 exhaust on the 250, and just like with that one, I'm gonna have to get an exhaust for this one. That's cool, whatever. But other than that, I mean, it kind of moves. It's torquey. If I were to put these two in a race, obviously this one would win because it's almost double the CCs. Now on to this one, the fun one. Now this one, if I'm remembering correct, the torque kicks in around 6,000 RPM, and then you get the power around like 7,000 RPM, 7,500, something like that. Now, no, I think it's 6,500 and then 7,500, if I'm remembering correct, because I was not even in the power band while I was, well, I'm still breaking it in, but earlier in the stage of me breaking it in, I wasn't even in the power band yet, but I was actually about to get there, and I feel the power before I even get there. Cool. This is the fun one. I got a whole bunch of money and shit into this one already. I mean, it don't even look like it, but it do look like it. If you look at that one and then you look at this one and you look at them side by side, you be like, okay, I see that was done, that was done, that was done, that was done, that was. So yeah, it's the little things that are adding up, right? Cool. This one so far is my fastest bike out of all my bikes, and that's mainly because Bay isn't finished. I'll get to that in a minute. This one, I'm going for more of a OEM look with it, so I'm trying to make sure all the plastics and everything stay mounted as much as possible, right? Whether I gotta trim some stuff off or whatever, that one I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going for with that. But this one, the suspension, the rear shock, so I bought an adjustable shock, but it was leaking, so I sent it back. I'm just waiting to get a replacement. Cool. So that's the stock shock. This stock shock feels better than that one because this one technically is newer, which realistically it is. That's a 2000, 23. That's a 2021. So as far as the age goes, that's newer. This one has more miles on it than that one does, at least according to the gauge. Right, cool. This one has more power and more torque than that one. Cool. I like the seating position on this one better. Out of all three of these, I like the rear set position. I don't like the forward peg. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, ergos. Cool. This one's almost ready for me to actually like start taking it out further than local, because I've just been riding it local to break it in realistically, because I'm tuning it. I got an O2 sensor. No, I got a wideband gauge, and I just need to get the O2 bung welded on, so then that way I can actually continue to tune this one. But like I said, out of all three of these, well, out of all my bikes, that's the fastest one so far. Now, what I was originally going to say before was all three of these, like bouncing between them, I started with that one, then I went to that one, then I finished off with this one. All of them have different shifting patterns, right? So I'm going to start over here. Actually, no, we're going to start in the middle. This one's normal. 1 down, 3 up, right? Cool. Everybody's used to that. This one is 5 down. But hear me out. It does a 360. I was out riding this. I thought I was in 4th gear. I went to shift up. I went in neutral. I did not like that at all. At all. Let me show you better, I can tell you. So you see how it goes in a loop? Yeah, because it actually goes in a loop. It depends on how you want to use the engine. It could be a good thing. Like, if you're coming to like a stop and you were at high gear, cool, you could just put it right in neutral and then roll off from there. But me personally, I don't know how I like that. Don't know how I like that, right? Does this one show it? Yeah. So you see how this one has the stop in it? Cool. Now this one's set up in GP shift, which I actually took the sticker off. But it's set up in GP shift with my rear set right now, and that's only because I still have the pegs on. Once I remove these pegs, then I can change and put it back to normal shift. But either way, this one right now is 1 up, 4 down, which honestly, while I'm riding it, feeling the difference between this one and this one, because they're the two closest as far as the shifting goes, I would prefer GP, admittedly. I like that feeling. Now, sometimes while I was riding that, I would upshift to go in the 1st gear, but I would end up in 2nd. So I'm kind of getting used to and comfortable with this bike, and I'm noticing it. Either way though, differences, they all matter. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I need to get y'all one. At the end of the day, just get you one to have your fun. Who cares what anybody has to say? Enjoy y'all day.